So a lot of people ask about my daily routine, and you're going to be shocked. I look at my phone, or I'm looking at a laptop, and I'm on there 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Am I going to meetings? No. Am I taking phone calls? No. Am I going to some office somewhere? No. When I was working my way up, I always had to work to somebody else's schedule. When I finally sold my companies and had enough money to stand on my own, prior to getting an iWatch, first thing I did was get rid of a watch. I didn't wear a watch for 30 years because I didn't want to be on anybody else's time. And now, finally, because people pretty much kiss my ass when it comes to business, I can tell them I'm doing everything via email. Period, end of story. And because of that, I can get everything done by sitting on a laptop or a phone anywhere in the world, and that works out really, really, really well.
What if I told you that one brutally simple rule helped billionaire Mark Cuban build his empire, and it has nothing to do with hustle culture, 5 a.m. mornings, or some overpriced productivity app? Just one rule. That's it. And it's so effective, it almost feels like cheating. Cuban swears by it. In fact, he once said, "No meetings or phone calls unless I'm picking up a check. Everything is an email." That's not a quirky preference, that's his golden rule. And it's one you can start using today to take back your time, eliminate distractions, and move 10x faster than the people stuck in endless calls and pointless meetings. Let's get real. Most meetings, they're just time-sucking black holes, a way to feel busy without actually getting anything done. You sit in a room, nod, say a few words, and leave wondering what just happened, and when you're supposed to do the actual work. Cuban figured this out early. When he was building his first company out of a tiny apartment, he didn't have time to chat. He had deals to close, code to write, and fires to put out. So he made a rule. If it's not making money or moving the business forward, it's out. Period. That's not cold, that's clarity. And clarity is what creates billion-dollar moves. Here's why this rule is pure productivity gold. Email puts you in control. You decide when to read, when to reply, and how deep you want to go. No awkward, "got a minute" calls. No half-hour syncs that should have been 2 sentences. It forces people to be clear and get to the point, which means you save hours, protect your focus, and actually get it done. Cuban doesn't just avoid distractions, he designs them out of his life. And that's the mindset shift most people never make. Think about it. The average person loses 3 to 4 hours a day to low-value interruptions. Cuban protects his time like a fortress. That's how he has time to own an NBA team, appear on Shark Tank, run multiple businesses, and still be reachable. Because everything runs through email. Controlled, clean, efficient, no mental ping pong, no calendar chaos. So how do you use this? Start small. Audit your week. Look at your meetings, your calls, your quick syncs. Ask yourself, did this actually need to happen? Or could it have been handled in a clear email or message? The answer will surprise you. Then, start setting new rules. Default to email. Say no to anything that doesn't require collaboration in real time. Protect your time like your future depends on it, because it does. Mark Cuban didn't become a billionaire by working harder. He became one by working smarter. This rule isn't flashy, it's not sexy, but it works. And if you apply it with discipline, it might just be the one shift that changes your game forever.
Let's break down exactly how Mark Cuban uses this rule in real life, because it's not just a motto, it's how he runs his entire day. Cubans don't just prefer email, he lives in it. Every single day, he reads and replies to between 700 and 1,000 emails across 3 different phones. No Slack threads, no recurring Zoom meetings, no "can we hop on a quick call?" Just email, all day, every day. Why? Because it gives him complete control. No interruptions, no noise, just results. He calls it avoiding push notification chaos. Instead of letting his time get hijacked by pings and distractions, he batches his emails, keeps a tight system, and rarely lets his inbox cross 20 unread emails before the day ends. That's surgical focus, and it's exactly how he stays on top of multiple businesses, investments, and opportunities without drowning in chaos like most people. Here's why this works. Email is asynchronous. You're not forced to respond on someone else's timeline. You reply when you have time, when you have clarity, and when you're ready to think. That's a power move. Most people are constantly reactive. Cuban's rule flips that. He stays in control, always. Even better, email is searchable and trackable. Cuban keeps email records going all the way back to the 1980s. Every deal, every decision, every conversation, all archived and ready to pull up with one search. That's not just organized, that's a strategic memory bank for business. And to take it further, Cuban even uses AI-powered auto-reply tools for routine responses. Think of it as the ultimate time saver. Instead of typing out the same replies again and again, AI handles the repetitive stuff so he can stay focused on high-leverage decisions. The man has automated his time like a machine. And here's what might surprise you most. Cuban doesn't have an assistant. Not because he can't afford one, obviously, but because he says it actually slows him down. If something comes to mind, he wants to act on it now. Not delegate, not wait. Just send it, solve it, move on. As he puts it, if it comes to mind, I'm writing and sending, cleaning up my inbox when others are asleep. That right there is discipline. It's not just about being efficient, it's about being relentless with your time. And that's exactly why this rule works, and why you should try it too.
This might sound like a modern hack, but Cuban's rule is actually rooted in ancient wisdom, just wrapped in Gen Z hustle. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and OG productivity guru. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Translation: control your thoughts, control your inputs. That's exactly what Cuban's doing by shutting down meetings and controlling communication through email. Then there's Zen mindfulness, being fully present in one moment, one task, one channel. Cuban doesn't toggle between Slack, texts, DMs, and phone calls. He commits to one lane, email. And if you're all about growth, that's where Kaizen kicks in, the Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement. Cuban doesn't treat his inbox like a dumpster fire. He refines it. Filters, folders, batching, AI replies, all tiny tweaks that add up to massive gains. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting 1% better every day and building a system that works for you. And the best part? This rule doesn't just work for billionaires, it works for anyone. Cuban's entire investment career started with cold email pitches. One of his biggest early wins, Broadcast.com, came through email. That deal didn't happen over coffee or a phone call. It came from someone who understood the power of showing up in the inbox. Fast forward to today, and entrepreneurs like Jeffrey James from Inc. are running entire businesses through email alone. No offices, no endless calls, just clear communication that drives results. Now, mix that with a little AI magic, you get Cuban 2.0. He uses Google's Gemini to auto-draft replies, skimming and approving responses in under 30 seconds.
This isn't just about email, it's about freedom. Mark Cuban's rule gives you what most people desperately want but rarely achieve: time sovereignty. You decide when to think, when to respond, and when to act. Not your calendar, not your coworkers, and definitely not your notifications. When you own your schedule, you start owning your results. That's not a productivity hack, that's a power move. Without the constant flood of meetings and interruptions, something incredible happens. You get back deep work. Actual focused blocks of time
where you can solve problems, build, think, and create without distractions dragging your brain in 10 different directions. That's where breakthroughs happen, not in 30-minute status calls. And here's the hidden gem: accountability and clarity. With everything running through email, there's always a record. No one forgets what was said. No one didn't get the memo. You can track decisions, revisit old tasks, and stay aligned, all without chaos. It's clean, it's searchable, and it's permanent. Now add AI into the mix, and you're working with superpowers. Cuban uses tools like Google's Gemini to draft emails automatically. He reviews replies in seconds, saving hours a week, without losing his tone or control. This is the future. AI-enhanced, human-led productivity that doesn't waste time on fluff. The best part? This works for everyone. Whether you're a solo founder, a startup intern, an executive, or a college student juggling 5 tabs and 2 side hustles, email is universal. The Cuban system isn't about being rich, it's about being deliberate. So here's how you adopt it starting now. Step 1. Cancel most meetings and calls. If it's not urgent, push it to email. Step 2. Batch your email time: morning, midday, and evening. No checking every 5 minutes. That's digital self-sabotage. Step 3. Organize your inbox like it's your workspace. Use folders, filters, and labels. Keep unread emails under 20. Treat your inbox like a tickler system, not a junk drawer. Then plug in AI. Try tools like Gemini, ChatGPT, or whatever you prefer to draft routine responses and handle repeat questions. Review, edit, send. Done. Finally, once a week, Friday, Sunday, whenever. Review your habits. What worked? What didn't? Where did you let email slip or become a distraction? Fix it. Keep refining. The goal here isn't inbox zero. The goal is mental clarity and intentional output. And that starts by owning your attention, just like Cuban does.
Of course, this rule isn't all sunshine and auto-replies. It comes with challenges. Cuban handles 700 to 1,000 emails a day, and that level of volume demands serious discipline. It's easy to get buried if you don't batch, filter, and stay consistent. Then there's the culture clash. Not everyone loves the idea of skipping meetings or ditching Slack. Some teams are wired for quick chats and real-time check-ins, so shifting to email only can feel cold or slow at first. And here's the real balancing act. Don't become invisible. Cuban isn't hiding, he just filters what's worth his time. Strategic meetings, high-stakes conversations, and real relationship building, those still happen, but they're rare, intentional, and high-impact. That's the sweet spot. Not no communication, just better communication. So here it is, the rule that built a billionaire. Mark Cuban's philosophy in one bold sentence: everything is email. It's faster, asynchronous, and searchable. That's it. No fluff, no frills, just pure execution. It's not flashy, but it's revolutionary. Ancient in spirit, radical in practice. For anyone ready to reclaim their time, sharpen their impact, and actually build something, this is where it starts. This one rule is a quiet rebellion against chaos, distraction, and the myth that being busy means being successful. Cuban handles up to 1,000 emails a day across 3 devices and still keeps his inbox under 20 unread. Why? Because it's a system, not a sprint. He amplifies it with AI, filters it with discipline, and powers it with deep human focus. No calls, no meetings, unless money is changing hands, it's email. That's the bar. So now, it's your move. Start batching, cut the noise, let AI handle the routine, and use your inbox like a control center for the empire you're building. Because when you master your attention, you start attracting opportunity.